we're going to continue our look at statistical testing by seeing what it means to have a hypothesis or a claim and then evaluate that. So I'm not going to go through necessarily all the information here in the slides, but just highlight a few important items. So first of all, we're going to want to know when we're doing hypothesis testing, the difference between the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. So the null hypothesis has this symbol, HO, and it represents or is distinguished by an equality. So something like something equals, or is less than equal to, or greater than equal to. And the alternative hypothesis, HA, is the opposite of that, is defined with an inequality. So like not equal, or greater than, or less than, those types of things. So that's really the only difference, but the key is going to be figuring out, well, which one of these is the claim, the thing that the person is saying, which one of these do they actually do? So let's take a look here at some claims. So Mr. McCarty thinks that it takes less than 3 minutes to evacuate McKeel. So HO, greater or equal to 3. So what he actually said, though, is it takes less than 3, right? So he actually made his claim right here with the alternative hypothesis. So here's our claim. Okay, so a deli owner says that each slice of ham is 2 ounces. So that's an equality claim. So they actually did give us the equality, the null. So here's our claim right here. The alternative notice, it says anything but 2 ounces. So that would be like a not equal. And right here, if I go back up here, our null was greater than or equal to and less than. Jesse thinks that soda contains more than 100 grams of sugar. Well, our null is 100 grams or less, so that's less than equal, or our alternative would be the opposite of that, more than 100 grams, so that's greater. Well, let's see what Jesse says. He thinks it contains more than. He made a greater than, so his claim is actually right here. Here's our claim. That's what the person stated. So they probably saw the slide because it advanced for some reason unknown to me. But right here, I have actually translated each of those using mathematical sentences. Remember that this symbol means our mean. So this is our parameter from earlier. This is the parameter that we're talking about. We can talk about any parameter, but generally the mean is the one that we want to test. So the claim is going to be about the mean. So they're going to be making a statement about the mean. Now, we don't know exactly what the mean is, but what we'll be doing is seeing, is there enough information in the sample to support what they said or not. Okay, so here's a bunch of examples, and let's see if we can write these. For each, we're going to write a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis. And then we're going to identify the claim. So here, Cindy thinks that her employees spend over, so that's greater, more than 60 minutes. So not including 60 minutes, more than 60 minutes surfing the web. So this is what she's saying. The mean is greater than 60. So that is actually, now which one of these is that? Remember, the alternative hypothesis is the one that's not inequality. So this is her claim. The null hypothesis is going to be the mean is less than or equal to 60. Mr. Kane makes no more than 5 source references each class. So no more than, so I could make 5, but I'm not going to go over that. So the mean, I'm saying, is less than or equal to 5. And that's actually the null hypothesis. So the mean, on average, I make less than or no more than 5. And that's the claim. So the alternative is the exact opposite of that. I make more than 5 of them. Okay, Mindy thinks that there aren't 40 Skittles in a package. So the mean is not 40. That's what this person is saying. So our null is actually, it's equal, and our alternative, the opposite of that, is the mean is not 40. So remember, the alternative hypothesis is never including an equal. Keely scores at least 20 points each game. So she could score on average at least 20 points. So mu is greater than or equal to 20. So this is our claim. Well, which one is it? So our null, it involves a involves an equality. So actually this is our claim, because we have an equality for the null. And for the alternative hypothesis, we're going to have less than 20, the exact opposite of that. So the main difference that I want to highlight between null, and it's written up here, between null and alternative, our HO, our null, has to involve an equality of some sort. And the alternative has to involve an inequality of some sort, one of these three. And they are exact opposites of each other, and the claim could be either one of those.